Welcome everyone! Today we will be learning how to allegorically construct metaphysical muffins. Somewhere out there is the perfect form of a muffin, of which these will be one particular embodiment. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Once you've done that, pour 2 cups of flour into a large mixing bowl. The flour finds itself alone in the world and must decide for itself whether or not to become the dough. Next, pour in a half cup of water. Although the flour has absolute freedom, introducing the other causes it to perceive itself as part of a larger system. It becomes self-conscious under the gaze of the other, accepting that its actions also affect the other ingredients, not just itself. Then, add a half a stick of butter to the mix. Although the butter is becoming a part of the recipe, this should not alienate it from its past, which is the fact that it is oily and full of fat. However, the butter also cannot alienate itself from its own future, as it brings these qualities with it as it progresses, making the muffins themselves oily and full of fat. Add 2 tablespoons of baking powder to the mix next. Without authority, the rest of the ingredients are content to stay in a state of passive acceptance rather than becoming together to form the muffins, but the baking powder sets itself apart from the masses, asserting its will over the other ingredients, causing the dough to rise. Next, take a half a cup of sugar, but don't actually add it to the mix. Adding sugar constitutes baking inauthentic muffins, as the only sweetness they should need is that which they intrinsically possess. Adding more sugar just to impress others is unnecessary. These muffins will not just be honest to others about their sugar content, but true to themselves as well. Next, pour 1 cup of chocolate chips in. Adding these to the recipe introduces an essential property to the mix, changing the essence of the muffin. However, the harmony of all recipes is preordained in advance by God, so its essence still precedes its existence. Add a splash of vanilla, an inessential property. This ingredient does not fundamentally change the recipe when added, only changing phenomenal aspects of the muffins, so it really doesn't matter how much you add, or if you add any at all. Crack 2 eggs and add them to the recipe. As you crack the eggs, reflect on the fragile nature of life and how it can be extinguished at any moment without warning or reason. Next, get a half a cup of walnuts. These represent the absolute, an ingredient that transcends the conditional everyday muffin recipe. Throw them out. Since the limited nature of muffins means that they will never meet the absolute. As you do so, anguish in the fact that life is fundamentally absurd and that there is no ethical justification for walnuts. Now that the dough is finished, throw it in the trash. Because life is meaningless, and as time stretches on, all human projects will eventually crumble to nothing. But remember, causality and induction are also meaningless, and all that we really observe in the universe is constant conjunction of events. Enjoy your muffins!